Fan of this franchise or not, one thing cannot be denied. Maggie Smith is a treasure. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant the Movie and TV Guy. Welcome to Raised on Popcorn Grant, everyone. And we have a rare treat. We have an early review. This movie does not technically open until Friday for most of the United States. I believe it's already out in the UK, however, which makes sense. And that's what we're talking about today, is a movie. Because movies and TV is what we do here. And today, that movie is Downton Abbey, A New Era. Downton Abbey, A New Era is a sequel to 2019's Downton Abbey, which itself was a adaptation of the long-running PBS Masterpiece Theater series of the same name that was insanely popular all over the world, as was the first movie, which broke a lot of records, becoming the first Focus Features film to open number one at the box office and is also the highest-grossing film from that studio, and one of the highest-grossing independently released films, I believe, of all time, I think. And so now we are back, inevitably, with part 2, subtitled A New Era. This is directed by Simon Curtis, who is the husband of Elizabeth McGovern, who's in this film. He is also a pretty prolific director himself, making films such as Woman in Gold, among others. And this is the second film adaptation. We pick up shortly after the 2019 film left off. Lord Grantham, once again played by Hugh Bonneville, is trying to keep the house in order. Where we left the story, Lady Violet, played once again by the always terrific Maggie Smith, revealed to her granddaughter Lady Mary, played by the delightful Michelle Dockery, that she was becoming ill, her time was short, and that she needed to choose a successor, and she chose Mary. We pick up shortly thereafter, and a new revelation about the lady has come forward. She had met a man while in the south of France who had given her a villa. So she wants to give it to her great-granddaughter, Sibby, the daughter of the late Sybil. But first, the wife of the late owner of the villa is trying to contest his will. And if that and Lady Violet's declining health weren't enough, back at Downton Abbey, a film crew is trying to make a motion picture called The Gambler, which is coming right at the moment when the silent era is on its way out, and the talkies, as they become called, are on their way, and they have to contend with a spoiled actress named Miss Doglish, or as my mom very actively put it, sounds like Dogleash, played by Laura Haddock of the Guardians of the Galaxy films, as well as a charming actor played by Dominic West, who catches the eye of the former footman, who had recently, in the previous film, he's gay, who in the previous film was in a relationship with a man who is now marrying a woman, and soon takes a shine to the young footman. Also along for the ride are the various staff of the house, and much like the show, which I honestly have never watched, and the first movie, which I have, everyone is scrambling, subplot after subplot is happening, but it coheres into more of a movie this time. Will the movie go off without a hitch? Can they deal with Miss Dougleash? Can they figure out the mystery behind Lady Violet's mysterious past, as she calls it? What about various other dramas that are coming up, along with all the ones that have already been described? Upstairs, downstairs, drama ensues no matter where this house is concerned, and it'll all come to a head eventually, turning the family upside down once again. Downton Abbey: A New Era. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. I had never, and still have never seen an entire episode of Downton Abbey. I've seen chunks of it. I kind of know about it, kind of pop cultural osmosis, but I never watched the show. My mother loves the show. So in 2019, and so did my grandmother. In 2019, when the movie came out as Being the Good Son and Grandson I, knowing nothing about the show outside of what they described to me in the car on the way over, went to see the Downton Abbey movie and took them with me, and was surprised at how much I liked it, even while acknowledging that it was essentially a 2-hour episode of a TV show. So, but at the same time, I liked it enough that I was looking forward to a sequel, even though I still have not watched the show. Tonight, I took my mother to see Downton Abbey. It's been her first movie in a few months. And despite some very, very, very not nice fellow moviegoers, we'll get there. Oh, we'll get there. Not only did I like this new Downton Abbey, I kind of love this new Downton Abbey, even more than part one. And what I liked about it is that there's more of a cinematic plot going on. The first movie is literally, as much as I did enjoy it, and I enjoyed the writing of it and the acting of it, it really was a movie simply about getting the house together for the king and queen. The first movie. This movie, there's a lot more going on. You've got the declining health of the lady of the house. You have this mystery in the south of France. You have this very funny and very meta chunk of the movie involving this film shooting on the property, which I found kind of hilarious in the sense, in a sharp way, a sharp satirical edge to it, involving the fact that it's a Downton Abbey movie about how much the people at Downton Abbey hate movies and movie people and don't want a movie shot there. And I thought that was very, very funny, and there were a lot of kind of chunks that were almost a little bit fourth wall breaking, which were fun, about the fact that it's a movie about movie making in a Downton Abbey movie. I know, it's complicated. It's not that complicated in the movie. I'm making it sound more complicated than it is. I love Downton Abbey New Era. Honestly, it's like best of the year worthy. I'm not kidding you. I really love this second film. It's a great film for the whole family. The movie's PG. It would not offend anyone. I love these characters, and I would, even if I never watch another episode of Downton Abbey, and I'm planning on watching the show eventually, I'd be down for Downton Abbey 3, guys. I really would. I'd be down to see a lot of these characters again. So, yeah, and bring tissues. So yeah, I can tell you this. Downton Abbey New Era is wonderful, and I'm going to give it... Yeah, you see it. Bang! 5 out of 5 stars for Downton Abbey A New Era. And a lot of the fact that it's the 5 stars, I was like, Grant, why 5 stars? It goes, because I gave 4.5 stars for the first one. And since this is better, it's 5 stars. And I also liked it more. I liked it enough to give it 5 stars. Another PG movie on Grant's Best of List. This has been a good year for family-friendly offerings between Petite Maman and After Yang and this. But man, this has been a great year for PG art house movies. Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars for Downton Abbey New Era. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. We did not have a lot because this was a clearly an advanced showing, but we did get a few trailers. Minions, The Rise of Gru, we talked about it. Jurassic World Dominion, we've talked about it. Looks good. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which I really want to see. This is like kind of the next one. Leslie Manville. We talked about it in Family Camp, I think. Just way more deserving of being there. It looks really cute. And then we also, for some reason, got that DC sizzle reel where they show like all the movies, and that was it. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right. Now it is time though for Annoying Prick Moviegoers. This is a special edition of This Week in Annoying Moviegoers. I need to, before I begin ranting against this person, I have to say, when someone is just being garden variety annoying, this segment is not to shame anybody. This is almost Uncle Grant being kind of like, look, this is just lessons to take with you next time you go to the theater. It's kind of the blind hope that someone who was a perpetrator will see this and do better. Tonight, I'm going to hold it against someone. So I was at a theater, it was a packed theater, and everyone was kind of excited. I mean, I wasn't, So, like any movie theater of late, they have a pre-show before the trailers. Basically, it's a time for everyone to get there. There's some commercials, you kind of de-stem, something's on screen to kind of have on while you sit and you talk about your day and you prepare and you gather up, hopefully, anticipation for the movie you're about to see. Which was certainly in the room there because, it was a good movie and we were all really excited about it. I was talking to my mom. I barely sat down to do my little TikTok announcement. Sat down with the thing of popcorn. We were kind of settling in. She noticed that there was a crowd, and I said, with my indoor nice voice, "Oh yeah, like the ticket sales for this in advance are actually doing really well because I hadn't gotten to go to the movies with my mom in a few months. I've barely seen my mom lately, and so this is kind of a nice treat." This woman next to me, one row down, as loud and as full of spittle as she possibly could, went, "Shh." Now, I should point out, this was not during the trailers, this is not during the film, this was during the pre-show. This was before the showtime, this is just the stuff that's on while you're sitting down and settling in for the movie. I was surprised, understandably, and I kind of went, what? She just kind of looked at me, and I was like, whatever. That was bad enough, because it made the whole rest of the situation of being near that person for the next 2 hours and change awkward. From the moment she finished shushing me, and the moment she turned back around, through the pre-show, through the trailers, and through the entire movie when there was not something actively going on, when it was just empty air and there was like a montage or a quiet moment, talking as loud as she could, out loud, louder than either of us were during the pre-show. Just talking. Just yap, 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 yap. I was so tempted to turn around and go, hey, Pot, Kettle, guess who's black? Shh. But I didn't do that because I'm a good person and I don't go to a movie theater with the intention of actively trying to start trouble with complete strangers. I try to go to a movie to, at the very least, watch a movie and to review it for you guys. I don't go to a movie theater wanting to start trouble because I'm a good person, or at least a decent person. This person, and then totally walked over me at the end of the movie, said, like, excuse me, and I couldn't help it. I turned to my mom and I said, I'm sorry, Mom. And I literally, the second she was out of earshot, went, shh, just to get it out. I was so mad that she not only, to be annoying and being ignorant of it is one thing. I can almost give you a pass for that. It's to be annoying and be a dick about it. That's the thing. It's to start off the evening making it awkward by being an asshole and then proceeding to be annoying and being a hypocrite and doing exactly what you say you're not. Chastise a person who's not even doing anything for doing. That's what pisses me off, and that was a bad experience, and it tainted what is otherwise a really wonderful movie that everyone should go see. And who does also Downton Abbey? Well, Downton Abbey is the kind of movie you go to just have like a feel good night at the movies. Why would you go to start shit? Like, that just makes no sense to me. Anyway, I had to vent a little bit. Sorry, but yeah. Fuck you. And that's all I have to say to that person. Like, who goes to him? I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little mean, but I have to. Who goes to a freaking PG movie aimed at older people, on audiences? The closest thing that older people have to, like, an Avengers or something, or like a blockbuster summer movie, to start trouble. Like, who does that? Whatever. They're a blip. The second this video is uploaded, I'm not gonna give them one more thought. Anyway. Alright, announcements. I guess we'll do announcements. We will be back tomorrow night for my review of Men, the new Alex Garland horror film through A24. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a massive fan of this director. I've loved all his films thus far, and series devs, so I can't wait. We will also be talking this weekend the Machine Gun Kelly comedy Good Morning, as well as Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Jackass 4.5, and The Valet, with Eugenio Derbez and Samara Weaving. Next week, we will have back-to-back reviews for Top Gun Maverick and the Bob's Burgers movie, as well as the Amazon original film Emergency. That'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. Appreciate you all. I love you all. Class dismissed. I love you 2000. Be kind to one another. Especially at the movie theater. Don't be a dick. And if you like this video, give it a like if you want to, give it a subscribe if you want to, give it the bell. I don't know what it does, that's supposed to do. Or so I've been told. If you want to find my else or reviews, listen to other fun stuff, you can check me out on Letterboxd.com at Raising Popcorn with Grant, or on my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below. Sorry, I'm going really fast. I'm running out of time. What did you think of Downton Abbey, A New Era? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Do you think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. Until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care. See you later.